You people, no, you people can go. Let them go. Go. This is for this. If I listen, will kill you. You know what? You can go. I know. I want to hear. By me looking at these people, we are already having. So they are black monkeys, imagine, they are very black. Oh, is that the house? Is there like?
My understanding about this village, these people are black nobles. They are illiterate, and those telling you the fact. Those telling you,
Can't you see the way you're rushing the biscuit as in something?
Hey, how are you today? I don't want to be okay. Yes,
yeah. Oh, I'm tired of eating your eba, or you call it. You're stressing my hands, I'm finding if you got to
yeah, we are okay, no problem. No, we're not started. Like the last time I came to see your April, they made the change. I told him that we have some natural resources doing this village, like the coal aspect. We have the gold. No, I understand your ability. No, I understand you guys. You guys are just black monkeys. I understand you guys. Then we have the petroleum. You understand me? You understand why I call petroleum? Petroleum. So the main purpose of the code is to build what? Building of roads, infrastructure, and lots. Infrastructure. I know your ability. Don't just talk. I know your ability. I know. Just so my colleague here have something to say.
Well, in addition to that, we see your people are suffering from lack of roads and so. You're walking barefoot and look at your leg. You have to stay this floor now. So you don't look at your leg. We shall all the same. We want to work on your roads and then improve your income as well. You understand? So all we need is to have the king and the councils of elders and we start work as soon as possible.
So people say now that you go start now.
Exactly.
Then we have road.
You're right.
We have many roads.
Many roads.
Surplus. That's what you want now.
You're coming right there.
I'll tell you
Before you go, we have something for you. You know, we don't like black monkeys to be sometimes. So, where is it? Oh, yes, we came with a lot of biscuits. This for you, yes. Yes. Like biscuits. Can eat it, yes. So, you don't eat that here, just go outside. You can go outside. It's sweet, I know it's sweet. I'll tell you back. Don't worry. Let's watch and see what the kids say. This black monkey, look at that. Nah, this thing, I can see it in my nose. Hey, Amadioha, since I've been worshiping you, I have not seen my face, but these white gods, they have come. I can see it in my tongue. Let me even see my armpit. Hey, Oria, where is Oria so that she can see even even her breast? Hey, I'm a handsome king, though. I don't know who's supposed to be here today. Let's come and see her face. Let's come and see his face. Oh no! Yes, oh no, how are you? Hello, how is your family? Hello, you can see them. Before you see your face first again. Give me. Hello, this one, since I've been waiting for you, what's happened?
It's true. You know those white men now, those Amadioha brothers that came? Yes. So they brought, they said the gold.
Okay, the gold?
Yes.
For my stick?
Yes.
Okay.
I went there and asked them, who was holding them? How did they started the work with? They said what they need is your approval.
My approval?
Yes. And let me tell you one thing about gold. The more the gold stays on the ground, it will begin to get small.
See, although, what are we waiting for? Go and bring them so that we can be able to sign everything. Send message across the Mecca. Send message across the Mecca so that you bring them. Although, about your father, you people can see them. Although, about your father, just call Emeka, call Emeka for your father. Just call Emeka, you understand? I didn't call them. Who invited you? Emeka, go and call the vice people for your father. Call them. Just call them. Bring them. My people, what we are discussing about your father festival, please, how have you done an arrangement with the
About the wife.
Good. I've done the best. I've invited Master who will be bringing the wine by tomorrow. We'll bring the wine by tomorrow. Immediately 9 adults, wine and the meat together.
My people, my good friends, you people are welcome. There is something I know who told me that you people want us to do. So, what are we going to do?
What's your signature we need? To enable us start the project as soon as possible.
Hey, I don't even know what to do here. You know, I'm not educated. How am I going to do it? I can't sign, man. I can't sign. Okay. I know I used to do this one. That time we went to Lagos. You people can do anything you want in the community. You people can do anything. You people can go. Please take them back. Yes, my elders, the meeting of today is over. I don't want to discuss any other thing further. Please, no, you people can go. You people can go. Please. Allow me to. You people can go, please. Let me have my rest. Everything I have.
Look at
What is the problem?
Oh, Erima me. There's nothing Erima here.
What is the problem?
Rebecca, look at my tray. Rebecca, no, just take a look. Take a look. Rebecca, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Calm down, know your king.
Not so far.
I am not your king.
You know my king. What's happening? You know my king. So what you doing?
Ugomo, there are these people that came to our land. You know the same people that destroyed Umezi? The same people that destroyed Umezi now. The same people that destroyed Umezi. They are in our land.
How?
Mazo Kuro was saying it, that the king should not allow them. But the king gave them this thing that when he looks at this, you will see his face. They gave it to the king.
You will see your face.
Yes, you will see your face, just like in the river. That is what they gave to the king. And now they are now walking in our land.
Are you telling me that kind of sold our land? There is no food.
My sister, same problem.
Rebecca.
If I go to France, I don't have to pack anything again.
Rebecca, no, we are going to the palace.
It's as if they've changed all the
We need to see the king. We need to see the king.
You will see the king.
Let us go.
Let us go.
We are seeing the
I
king.
wanted
now.
to build the
We are going.
Let's go. Let's go. This is coming to
Mazoko, tell you something, Me. For this same white man, Mazoko. I'm telling you, school, you did not go to, and you will still talk.
You will still be talking.
You know they call white men. I didn't think it was.
Have you gone and talked to him before?
What about this? What do you know about this? And that white one that they brought, he said, it's not lights. Lights. My elders, you can see them. My elders. The progress in our village now is numerous. We are progressing. Yes, the farmers of Amachi. You people are welcome.
My king.
Yes.
We are dying. No food in the town, my king. We are dying, Look at my basket, my king. Empty. There is nothing. My king, I have children to feed. My husband is dead. I need to feed my children.
It is not only in the farm. Everybody knows. I am a great hunter. I have never gone to hunt before and give back to the hunter. It is not wrong. Because you know that even the last quarter, I know the back again.
My king.
Even the last quarter.
What are you saying? How come we are not people to
I don't know what it is. It is becoming too much.
Let me tell you the truth. It's just that this set of people here, they are lazy.
Oh no, we are not here.
They are lazy. See, let me tell you something. My people is feeling a big deal. My people. In the same farm, my wife went to yesterday.
Continue.
And we ate yam and oil. We slept. We are complaining there is no food. Even the fish you are talking about, remember this thing? The fish, they went to strike. They went to strike. Yes, we look into it. We look into it, yes. My people, you people have heard what they are saying. Does it mean that the white people are now bringing calamities into this great land?
Oh no, we hear me asking a question.
and dry season.
Ask me. I'll answer your question.
Answer me.
The answer is I don't know.
I will tell you. You do not know anything.
You don't know anything.
And you don't say anything.
My people. I don't want too much argument. Each year, you say that the right people that are causing the whole calamities.
Yes, so
Send message to Emeka the Great Warrior. Listen for the white people so that they will come and explain. But after, if send message to Emeka, call Emeka now. Emeka should come and bring the white people now. But if you say that the white people, if you say they are not guilty of this thing you are saying, you are going to bring 10 cows. Yes. Emeka, go and bring the white people.
I'll bring
them here.
I'll bring them.
You will give us 10 cows. Spotless ones.
yes. 7 dollars.
7 kola nuts. Okay, 10 kola nuts. 10 virgin cows. 10 virgin goats. 10 virgin goats. And 15 virgin. My friends, George Bush and Fred, since you people entered this land, we have been encountering progress and disprogress in our land. Can you people explain to us what is happening? Because our people are not dying of hunger. Please, can you explain?
Igwe, you see, what you are passing through is not God. We don't. This is my time.
Fishes went for vacation. It will soon be over. With time, your fish far away. It will come back with time. So my colleague here will finish up your
No, that's not the problem. See, that's not the issue now. The issue is that the villagers are not taking farming serious. So I don't think that is the problem. The people is not taking the farming system more serious. So now, and also the funding machines I brought to this village are not more effective for use. So now I don't know whether it's the funding from you guys. You guys, when you are about to go, you guys use for nonsense. Spoil it for me. I don't understand. Moreover, now I have to go to the headquarters to get some machines and also some equipment to get this work done and process everything. Better you.
My people, I have heard them. Please, you can go. Please take them. You can go. Yes, you can go. Ask this man a question. Don't ask any question. My people, you know what? Each year, you must surely bring all those items before a chemical days. And this is over. My word is I am president of this land. You people can go. We are over. Please, the meeting is over. You can go.
When they will tell you something, when they will tell you something, you will not hear.
I don't know who to. I will ask the gods. They must surely speak to me. Well, I'm enjoying. I have gold seats. I have golden ring. What again do I need as a king? If they like, let them. Ichie, you are welcome. Ichie, you can sit. I don't want to sit down.
you something. Something that you don't know in this community. Oh, my friend, I'm going to do. Do you know that my farmland close to the river? Those white men push in the one day. They have fat. After my farmland with something I don't even know. My crops are gone. And you're still like here every day. You are using this amount of money happen. They're watching your teeth. I'm tired of all this problem. You need to go out. Go out to your people. See things with your eyes. Don't sit down here and be looking at yourself. I'm not feeling no way.
My elder, I've heard you can go. I will visit the village. I will visit everybody. I will do that.
Because you will.
I'm a good kid.
Because very soon you will soon die. It's never you.
What am I going to? Well, I have to move around the villages to see things by myself. I have to move around the villages to see things by myself, to know how whether or not who is telling me the truth or not. I don't know. Even I don't know whether I should drop this thing. This thing is confusing. I will do something. I will look into the matter, please, help. I will come and see you. I will send my new food. Please. Oh, I will go. Even you. Hey, people are beautiful. Help. Hey, please, help. Please. Everything will get better, please. No push. Nothing. Ewo, where is my yam? Where is my Hey, Emeka. You see people who stole my yam? See my bag of yam? Hey.
The truth is that even though I see the people that stole your yam, I will not tell you.
Hey.
Go outside your kingdom. People are dying of hunger. People are dying of hunger.
Go and summon all the elders. Go and summon them here. Summon them. Tell them that I am waiting for them in my palace. Let them come. Hey. Oh. Hey. Because of this land, are you people seeing what is happening? Because of this heat and the mirror. Hey. Even let me see my face before. Hey. I sold my people. Hey, oh no, who have deceived me? Oh no, who have deceived me? I cannot see my bag of yam. Everything is gone. Ha! Ichie said it. Ichie Okoro. Ichie Okoro. I'm even dying. My wife has gone. My children, all of them has run away. Please, I need fun. No, it's here. It's here. What is wrong? It's here. That is not your sin. See yourself. Where is your no? It's coming. Hey. Yes or no, so that we can everything at once.
No. This is serious.
Oh no, that is seat. That is not your seat. Oh no. That is not your seat.
My people.
I went round. My people are dying. Do you know my bag of yam? Everything is gone. They have stolen egg. I see some selling their children to feed. I don't know what white people. Oh no, what shall we do? Tell us what shall we do?
Tell us. No job.
Wait. Indeed, we have made a great mistake. We should not have allowed these people to stay. Just because of business.
See this one, though. You see that when they were giving this kid, I said,
I know now. That's why I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not my fault. They gave us
it's a fault. Oh no, it's a fault. Kidding me.
How's the group? Calm down. There's no need to blame me. It is good to
Even my daughter.
It's right.
Even my daughter, Angela, Kwakwa, that used to go to the street to date, that will not disturb the mother. Angela does not want anything in her body again. If you look at her, you see bone here, you see bone.
No, what are you saying? Oh yeah, the husband there.
Morning, fufu. Afternoon, fufu. Evening, fufu. The only people will be eating.
My elders, what shall we do? What are we going to do to make sure that this calamity will not affect our community?
It's not you. It's not with this. What are you people now? You should find something to the problem. I don't know what it is. I said, I am
the son of the land.
when you are saying your land with his feet, and then give me the cash and the
There's something you told us about white men when they came we are this place and sent them away.
and I will tell you the story.
Let me tell you.
Do you know that in a faraway land of East Africa, or even East Africa, do you know what happened there? Do you know that these white men, they went there and chased the people away? They chased them away. And do you know that they took over the federal land? Even when I had gone, and the same thing that they have put with them. Even our Cameroon people here, our village people, believe. Do you know that they sent their king away from inside to West Indies? You don't know. Let me continue. Do you know that the woman here, they fought, they kill almost all the men. If it wasn't you need to find solution to know.
What shall we do?
Sis now, the only thing to do is to chase those people away. They must leave. They must go.
What shall we do?
You will calm down.
Your chest.
We cannot change those people. If we use our it's very difficult to mobilize the youth now. All of them are angry.
There is what they say that with unity we will stand. When we are united, we can stand so that our identity and our culture can be restored. Because of these white people, they cannot come and change everything. See, my wife cannot wash. He's using washing machine to wash. We are going to fight. We are going to test them. But I am still strong in this land. But let me, everybody should, hey, let us go. You are.
is how the people of Amach fought with the white people. So many of them lost their lives. So many properties were gone. But at the end, the people of Amach conquered. My children, this is all for today. Next time, we will continue from where we stopped. Please, maintain our roots and identity. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Please, thank you so much for watching. This is Blue Entertainment. We also on YouTube. Please don't fail to subscribe and like and watch our movies on Facebook. Please, thank you so much for watching that interesting video.
We thank you, Madoka Grammar Group, for that wonderful presentation. Please, let's put our hands together for that. Thank you so much. Still standing on the music protocol, Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, sir, we want to recognize the presence of some of our dignitaries. We have with us today, we have Professor Owaze of the Department of Sponsor. You are welcome, sir. We also have the Director of Japan, Dr. Adabuchi. Dog, you are welcome. We have other members of staff seated with us. We have the Director of Entrepreneur. We have him here, Edda Ofromba. You are welcome, sir. We have also in our midst today lecturers from Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, Mrs. Ijoma Wajubu, another lecturer. We have one of us here, our own, one of the fathers, our mentors, the former Commissioner for Education, the Director of Academic Planning, Clifford University, Associate Professor KCK Wanga from FMC. Also seated with us have the Commissioner for Post-Basic Education, who is present here with us, Sir I.C. Ma. Sir, you are welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we will call Mr. President, the Vice Chancellor of Clifford University, to make the remark. Professor.
University, the center for the environment, and institution built and sustained by the same faith, the passport JC, before that, we pray for there is no finished we are so to prepare for ending, and that necessary for blessed food that's pleasant to thee, and your peace and progress be our portion, and so shall it be.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is bright. Is bright and shine. Someone we live today historical events. I want to welcome in a special way our highly honored guests.
functionaries, leaders of the university, various capacities, ladies and gentlemen. His story. History is his story. The story of a God that is seen through all the affairs of the universe. I want to thank our history and diplomatic studies department, literally, the dean of that faculty, for putting up this presentation. Those of you who were not there when Justice Eroma spoke, you missed something. He almost converted me to be a historian. He almost. The way he spoke emphasized the importance of history. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened. At the point, we removed history from our curriculum. Removed it from WAEC and so on. You know, at times I don't know what is wrong with us. But I thank God that history is back now. It has been restated, everything. In fact, that time that decision was taken, in one secondary school, a young man was told to pray. And the young man said, "Thank you, God. May Sokoto continue to be the capital of Nigeria." Sokoto. That's the other time. At that same time, somebody was asked, who was the very first president of Nigeria? And the student said, Abacha. Which means we have lost it. Abacha was maybe the head of state when he was born, or the one he has had of or something. He just said Abacha. And many Nigerians shall cross. If you don't know your roots, you will miss the way. What problem people have, even students have, is they don't know why we do this school. And when they come in here, they don't know how to behave. They just act anyhow without knowing that this is a Christian institution. Before I left, no, I made one this is a historically. Any man you see wearing earring is living in Sodom. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did I say it? Of course. That was why I told you. Historically, if I see you on this campus with earrings, you will leave immediately. This one is not suspension. Because we are bringing Sodom and Gomorrah here. And nobody will allow it. Let's know our history. Let's know our roots. Let's know how we have made it. You see, now people are talking of war. Those who were there and saw what happened during the Civil War, we never ever pray and think of war coming to Nigeria. Because everything suffered during the Civil War. But those who didn't experience, those who have not read about it, they are even praying for it, as if it is something. During normal times, children bury their parents. During war times, parents bury their children. May war never come to Nigeria in Jesus' name. And so, my dear friends, I welcome you all. I've been away for a month plus. And as I look at their faces, oh, God's grace has been sufficient to you all. And I praise the Lord for that. So, on behalf of the University Administration, this program is declared formally open. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. So the word with you all in Jesus' name.
Thank you, Mr. President, the Vice Chancellor. Please let's put our hands together for Mr. President. At this point, we invite the head of department, History and Diplomatic Studies, Mrs. Ezoyino Kebu, for introduction of the lead presenter. HOD ma'am, please, you are invited.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner for Education Post-Basic. Thank you, my amiable Professor of African History. Thank you, my Honorable Director of Academic Programs to the Clifford University. Thank you, my diplomats in training. When you watch the diplomats, they don't make noise applauding speakers as you do. Can you watch them go like this? You've got noticed it. One of the things diplomats are known from, one of the interesting things about diplomats, they are culture. I'm particularly here to read the citation for Professor John Cliff, Chike Wadike, our lead presenter. Professor John Cliff, Chike Wadike hails from Isunjaba, Imo State in southeastern Nigeria. He holds a BA History from the Abia State University and a PhD in History and International Studies from the Imo State University, Owerri. Professor John Cliff Wadike is a professor at the Department of History and International Studies, Imo State University, Owerri. Prof. Sir, can we see you rise, and can Sandra put his garland on his neck while I read his citation? He has been teaching in the university system for the past 30 years. In addition to several administrative positions held in the university system, he has been the head of department, director of sports, a member of the 8th and 9th Governing Council of Imo State University from 2017 to 2020. He is presently the director of quality assurance, Imo State University. Since 2009, he has been variously appointed external examiner to several universities in Nigeria, including Abia State University, Kuturu, Rivers State University, Port Harcourt, University of Uyo, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, and Clifford University. He has been serving in the National Universities Commission Accreditation Committee team to many universities. Professor Wadike is a member of several academic associations, including Historical Society of Nigeria, 1992 till date, and Association for Promoting Nigerian Languages and Culture. He has been a branch secretary, Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Imo State University Chapter for Owerri from 2000 to 2003. Professor Wadike is in the editorial boards of several peer-reviewed journals of international standard, including being associate editor, the Integrated International Journal of History and Strategic Studies, Volume 1, Number 1, June 2010. Member, editorial board, Journal of the Historical Society of Nigeria, Volume 18, Special Edition 2009, and editor-in-chief, Papandu Amirimbo, Journal of History, International Studies, into Volume 1, Number 1, October 2012. In service to his community, he has been President General, Isu Njaba Solidarity Union, Isu, 2003 to 2008, and member, Isu Local Government Area Education Authority, July 1997 to May 2000. His major research interests include social-political studies, education history, Nigeria and African studies, local government and community development studies. He is married with children. Before you is Professor John Clifford. May God bless you as you give him your undivided attention. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me start on a note of thanks. First, Vice Chancellor and the University Management for providing the enabling environment and necessary support for today's program. The head of department and the staff of History and Diplomatic Studies for this wonderful initiative. And to the students, I want to thank you for your sense of maturity, especially dressing like people from disciplined homes. Those of us from public universities, each time we step into faith-based universities, we see the difference. As companies will say, the difference is very clear. Keep on dressing like this. Keep on being humane. Keep on being responsible. You will never regret it. We are here to share ideas. Originally, I was a very fine topic. My roots. The basis of my existence, which is all encompassing. I slightly adjusted into my roots, history, the historian, and nation building. Before I move into it, I forgot to thank my very good brother, Honorable Justice IPC Eruba, a local luminary with historical consciousness. He spoke with passion, as the pastor said. And after listening to him, I said, we are here to continue and not to repeat what he has said. If you see Justice Eruba, tell him that those of us in history are very proud of him. God bless him. My roots, history, the historian, and nation building. We know what is happening in society. History, for some time, was relegated to the background. Perhaps out of ignorance. Many believe that going to the university to read history is a waste of time because, according to unpopular opinion, every person is a historian unto himself. Why spend time to read history? Why spend your resources training somebody to read history? And that idea embedded for years. History was softly killing. And people did not know that killing history is killing society. we are today paying the price. The price of getting history to the background. I thank the Clifford University for taking interest in reviving history. So many new universities will not easily start with history because today history is not in quotes essential. But the owners of this university thought it wise to establish history and diplomatic studies because they know the importance. When I read the program for the first publication ceremony, I was convinced that the university is out of history because they took time to explain the rationale behind the name Clifford University. That's the first question the university will ask, why Clifford? And in that little handbook, they provided the answer about Reverend and Mrs. Jessie Clifford, who pioneered education under the Adventist Church in Eastern Nigeria. That is the essence of history. For someone that is uninformed, history is any story that happened in the past, story of past events. Yes, that is history. But for past events to be history, it must follow some due process. One principal process is that it must be followed in sequence, what we call chronology. You see where my roots come in. You must start from the beginning to explain how things happen, why they happen, and the impact of that particular event. So you don't just stand up, begin to talk things that happened yesterday in the way you like it, and they call it history. No. It has to be studied. You provide the missing links. And it is not a human job. Part of the problem we have today is that oral tradition is fast going into oblivion. We no longer collect our children together and tell them stories of our families. Many of us cannot mention beyond the second generation of our family tree. Where then lies your roots. I am Jesse Wadike. You ask the people, Wadike who? They don't know. And that's why the Bible is an interesting book, full of historical records. They will turn their generations. Those of us here, ask yourself, if you answer Mogu, can you mention your family tree up to the 10th generation? That's why we are in problem. So for something to be historical, you must spend time to investigate the past, both ordinary and famous people. You don't just pick the famous people alone. You pick both ordinary and famous people and study how they came into existence, their contributions to societal growth, and the ideas of people that help to make a lot of changes. So history is not something you can just relate to the background, no. Every person claims to be a historian. It is not true. It is not true. Just like every person claims to be an engineer. Every mechanic you see will introduce himself as engineer. I write it. Engineer is also person. Perhaps without going beyond dramatics. But as far as history is concerned, many people, if not every person, believes he is a historian. I want to let you know that even reading history does not qualify you as a historian. Even having a master's in history does not qualify you as a historian. Having a PhD in history does not qualify you as a historian. For you to be a historian, you must know your art. That consciousness to study what actually happened in the past for the purpose of providing ideas on how to move forward. So, and history are necessary instruments for nation building in every society. Using Nigeria as a case study, Nigeria, we must realize, is not a nation, but a nation state. A nation state is a collectivity of different ethnic nationalities. We must know how we started for us to know where we are going. We are together today because of historical incidents and because of historical accidents. There is no way a country or a nation state can decide to marginalize the study of history and expect to move forward. History is greatly marginalized, not only by government, but by society and the historians themselves. Many people who claim to be historians, I see as little historians in quotes. You can come into history by accident and develop interest and make it work. But if you are seeing history as a mere stepping stone to other lucrative, in quotes, studies, you cannot be a good historian. So the marginalization of history begins with the historian himself, because he is not proud to actually profess history as a discipline. In old Imo State, sometime in 1986, a historian of Cambridge, who was the then commissioner for education, in a public address openly classified history as a non-essential subject. A non-essential subject. I was a student of history by that period. In 1986, you can imagine our fate when a commissioner of education who was a historian now classified history as non-essential. We were demoralized. Few of us mustered courage and said, we cannot leave this thing like that. We must go to the Commissioner of Education to explain the rationale behind his statement. We obtained permission from the university management and we traveled to Wales and met face to face with the then Commissioner of Education, the Dean of History, Professor Adele Afi. We spoke to him about his plans to relegate history to the background, despite the fact that he is a first-class historian. He realized his mistake and promised us that will not happen again. But his statement sent some dangerous signals. The federal government took over. For the fact that the historian has said that history is a non-essential subject. New subjects are now being introduced in place of history. Civic education, social studies, and the rest of them. Government, as we all know, is just a branch of history. Civic education is a branch of history. Social studies is a branch of history. But they study history peripherally. History started suffering. History was aligned. And those who were reading history tried to change. How the government who changed while we were at 300 level to law to start year one. A government, because of that who changed from history in 300 level to study political science. Those of us who knew what history is all about stood our grounds. Because whether you call it government, political science, public administration, or whatever, the basic ingredient LCM is history. So the Historical Society of Nigeria became worried. How is it that government policy was geared towards killing history? History was removed from the primary school syllabus and the junior secondary school syllabus. History was only introduced at the senior school level. And you need to see the syllabus for history. It was designed in such a way that only few students can endeavor to study history at the senior secondary school level. What was provided in that syllabus covers what we study today in the university. So history was gradually killed. The society met in Calabar in 1991. There was a crisis in that period. We were not allowed to see the University of Calabar. So the Israelites now moved base to metro hotels in Calabar City, where the question was raised. What do we do to history as a subject? We have started buying from back, front, left, right, and center. It was at that conference in 1991 at Calabar that departments and universities we are advised to add something to history, at least to win back some souls. That was how the idea of history and diplomatic studies, history and international relations, history and came to be. And students started taking interest. Even at that level, students studying history and international relations, history and diplomatic studies, and whatever, when they introduce themselves, they will remove three aspects. The history students, the historians, getting history. When I got the invitation to this occasion, I wanted to call the head people. I said, what are we celebrating today? What? Week. Are we celebrating history and diplomatic week? Ideally, we should always place history at the forefront. So what you want to do is to celebrate history and what? Diplomatic studies. And not only diplomatic studies. We have history and diplomatic studies here. But we are only celebrating the diplomatic aspect. Whereas what we are discussing today is what? History. So for future occasions, what I what we have to do is to have a history and diplomatic week. That is very necessary. We cannot kill history in society because it has its consequences. Honorable Justice Eluba gave some examples. He mentioned in both the Civil War, which I, as a historian, I don't see what happened between 1967 and 1970 as a civil war. I see it as the Nigeria-Biafra war. The Nigeria-Biafra war. It was a war fought between two countries. A civil war is fought within a country. By the time the war started, Biafra was a sovereign state, a sovereign republic, with its own national anthem, with its own coat of arms, with its own national flag, with its own currency, and it was enjoying some diplomatic and international recognitions. So it was a war between two sovereign states, which was not qualified as a civil war. So if you read the history of that Nigeria-Biafra war, you will now see the beauty of history and why government at the national level wanted to gain history. Some young officers planned the coup. One of them wrote his own experience of the war, which he entitled the 5 Majors. The title of when this work was what? The 5 Majors. A Yoruba man who was an insider wrote his own view of what happened and entitled it Why We Strong. Why We Strong. When we wrote the 5 Majors, I don't know if you now wrote Why We Strong. Because they were able to provide the historical basis for the Nigeria-Biafra war. So people become architects. Do we allow these things to keep on going for Nigerians and the world to know why the war? took place. They set up a commission. The Arewa group set up a commission. Brought in scholars who knew the truth, but who were prepared to subvert the truth. They read the 5 majors and then read war with straw and other war materials and revised the entire history of the Nigerian Biafra War and came out with a book which they entitled The 5 Majors Why They Struck. The 5 majors why they struck. Those who don't have the idea of history, we see the 5 majors why they struck. Read it and think that it is the historical truth, not mean that it is a fallacy. No person was brilliant enough to put his name as the author. They now put in a short name, Maikasara, as the author of the 5 majors why they struck. If you don't study history, you will not know some of them. You will not know. Like what is happening currently. Students of history and those who have physical consciousness, we know that it didn't start today. It started way back in 1804. Some people know that they in northern Nigeria ended some time ago. It is not true. One of the principal motives of the jihad is to dip the Quran inside the Atlantic Ocean. One of the main objectives of the jihad was to dip the Quran inside the Atlantic Ocean. By that time, there was no aircraft. So it's not a question of using aircraft to dip the Quran inside the ocean. They have to advance from the north down to the coast to dip it. That is why we must be very, very careful. Don't say it did not happen. It did not happen. It's not true. It's a simple thing. If you are opportunity to visit Turkey today, you will discover that minarets, these granite towers, is almost in every house, every compound. Turkey is almost second after Saudi Arabia in terms of Islamic religion. But we must remember that Turkey was an exclusive Christian state. Exclusive Christian state. You cannot talk of the Bible without making reference to Turkey. There is a bill that is now before the National Assembly, and even our own brothers don't know the implication. The water bill. Let them pass that water bill and see the consequences. Whereby the federal government will be in charge. Look at our own Imo River here. Let them take over. So it is only history that will make you to stand on your toes at any point in time and see the intentions of any policy. when some of us we are raising alarm about this herdsmen activity.